I couldn't change my. It's sort of like you were playing a little bit of the second ending, but you're going up to the B, and it was really nice, but I couldn't switch on the fly.
No, well, and I can't remember because I don't know. I got it from Joe Ryan, and I'm
I
sure
played the bog standard. Riley Katie Man version. It doesn't get much more bog standard than that. This is fun, and I'm on the business end of the drum.
Oh, yeah.
I hope I'm not
that's the
messing
best
with
spot.
Not
really.
at all.
you. It is.
That's
Makes me very happy. You sure you don't mind?
This is lovely.
Oh,
this is what I've been looking forward to.
It really is. I feel a little weird now that we're on like stage and this is kind of serious.
It's fine. A couple more cheers.
Yeah. Yeah, Janelle didn't bring her fiddle.
Yeah, she went down to get her cookie and her drink.
She came back without fiddle.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Janelle.
Yeah.
Get a chair.
Janelle!
Janelle.
Chair.
Chair. Come. Come sit and stay. Come sit.
There's
play.
more chairs.
talking.
Yeah,
I feel all Guys, let's wait for the
Is that better? Can you hear me? Okay. Welcome to Union Church, where we have our 15th Celtic celebration concert. And it has been a pleasure to be with musicians and spectators, audiences, for the last 3 days. Started out Thursday evening at Honeysuckle, and we had a great performance down there, and great people. One of the best Thursday openings we have ever had. Friday night yesterday, we probably had the best Friday evening concert ever. And the session afterwards continued till at least 1 o'clock, so they played 3 hours after the concert was over, and that was a blast, no doubt about that. This morning, Jenny Balcom was the first to stir the pot for the sessions behind Boone Tavern, and she was there at 11 o'clock. 11:15, we had 25 musicians playing, and it has going on for 6 hours in a row. So I think that's fantastic. And as far as I can see, we have brought about 60 musicians to town this weekend, and that's a record. So, yeah. We have a janitor who would like to tell you a little bit about how to behave in the church here. So Kent, will you come up and say something?
It falls into the other duties as assigned. I'm Kent Gilbert. I'm the pastor of Union Church. It's my great pleasure to add my welcome to you and all who have traveled so far to make this great music. Thank you for filling the space. There are a couple things you might want to know about the space, and that is that, first of all, there are restrooms. There is one in the narthex. That's the vestibule behind you. And if you're upstairs, it's just right down the stairs below. But the warning to those of you up in the balcony is that it's really creaky up there. So if someone is singing a lonesome, winsome ballad, that might not be the moment. You might want to wait for the raucous jig before you trips your way down the stairs to get that. But otherwise, there are also in the basement through these doors here, but you can get to there all the way through in the room. If you were a musician, you may have had supper down there or a class. But you can get to restrooms that are basically in these far corners of the building, but on the lowest level. You can get there most unobtrusively by going through the back stairwell and then just through the community room below. There's water, and we hope that the temperature is okay, and we're just delighted to have you here. And finally, I'll put in a plug that tomorrow morning the Celtic Festival continues, and our participation in that is that we'll be doing an entire service, including the harpist Jenny Balcom, who will be performing during the service. We'll be doing a whole thing on Celtic spirituality, and you're all welcome to join for that as we consider our themes for the week. So again, welcome. Great thanks to Sune Fredrickson and the Folk Circle Association for throwing this out, and great thanks to our wonderful musicians. Won't you join me in giving them a great big hand?
Thank you, Kent. I'm glad you underscored that you are the pastor, not the janitor. So it is. So I would like also to thank the volunteers we have had the last 3 or 4 days. It couldn't have happened without them. And about an hour ago, we fed all 60, 70 people in the basement here. And that was really good after the storm. And it's good to say, just come as you are. The storm made us a little bit different. We had one fatality over there. We lost one canopy. So that was cheap. So it's in my car now, and we'll see what we can do about it. We have a lot of partners. If you have a program, please acknowledge who the partners are of Berea Celtic Fest and Gathering, because without them it would have been difficult to pay for our expenses. I want to thank the musicians who have come from near and far. We have musicians coming from Kansas to DC, from Michigan to Alabama. So it's a big area we are covering. And there are a couple of musicians who were born in Ireland or Northern Ireland. So that is really cool. We have T-shirts over there. We don't have a lot of them, but we have some medium and large. And we sell water over there too. And we have a water bottle, as you can see. The other day I told people that we usually charge $4 for the water bottle. Now we charge $5 because the inflation is going down, and we want to make sure that there is a balance, okay? You get it? However, we have CDs over here too, and they were $15, but we kept them at $10, okay? Some of them, I don't know what all of them are. The folk circled CDs are $10, so 15 for other ones, and buy whatever you want. The musicians would like you to listen to their music. So we are getting ready to start, and I'm so glad that Rebecca Baumbach and Skip Cleavinger from Bowling Green are back, and I know they have one friend, and he's here. That's Randy Clepper from Columbus, Ohio.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear us okay? Yeah. Great. Okay. I'm Skip.
I'm Rebecca.
Randy, who I think will be making a lot of appearances
Yeah,
tonight.
he'll see it.
He's kind of working his way through all the sets.
Yeah.
So it's good to be here. We figured out on the way here 10 years ago, this weekend is our first time we'd ever been to Berea. And so we're at 1 decade and 1 child later, and here we go. And we blame Berea for the child.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and we should thank our friends Shannon and Jay and Amelia for taking care of Ruby right now. So we're going to start off with a couple jigs. The first one's called The Humors of Kitty Clawher, and the second one's called Nary's Jig. We're going to tune up a little bit, I think. You know, we tune because we care. You know, yeah, we're extending our, you know, our warmth through tuning. Thank you very much.
We're going to do a waltz next that I wrote for my niece. She would have been 17 this October. She had neuroblastoma cancer and passed away. And in the spirit of her loving and just amazing, wonderful energy, she was a beautiful, bright star in this world. And so I wrote this for her. It's Madeline's Waltz.
Well, we're going to cap it off with a couple of hornpipes. It's so great to be back at Berea. Oh my gosh. Seems like, well, we had COVID, then we had Ruby, and then Ruby got sick, and then Ruby got sick. So it was like 4 times that we've not been able to come. And we love being here. We love this festival. We love Suna and Barbara, and just so grateful to be here. And then great to be around all of our wonderful musician friends as well. So you're going to hear great music tonight. And enjoy yourselves, and we're going to play one more and go find Ruby, see what she's doing. I hope she hasn't torn anything up. Okay, all right. We'll pay for it, don't worry. So 2 hornpipes, let's see. The first one's called Pole Haypenny, and the second one is called Mrs. Galvin's. Miss Galvin was an interesting person because she did all sorts of really wonderful arrangements of tunes, and so there are just many Mrs. Galvins out there. A lot of Mrs. Crotties, another wonderful musician who just put her own stamp on things, and so you just call it Mrs. Crotties. So, but this is Mrs. Galvin's. So, all right, maybe another tune real quick.
Wonderful celebration, and this will be our eighth.
This is the eighth
Annual, so we're, yeah, and thanks to Sienna for
Yeah, thanks for
supporting
the
us
applause.
as well.
And now we go to the next.
Yes.
And then come back to the house.
Yeah. Thank you.
And now I'd like to introduce to you Amelia Maniscalco and the McTaggart dancers Irish dancers from Lexington. They were here last year too, and now they are a year older and they are 1 year better. Let's give them a big hand.
Dancers, you can come stand right here. As Suna said, we're the McTeggart Irish Dancers. We are out of both Lexington and Berea. These are all Berea kiddos. They have joined our program either a year ago or more recently. So you're seeing all different levels of dancing, and we're just really excited to perform for you today. Also want to give a big shout out to our friends Set Course, Jeremy Wade and Justin Bridges. They are fantastic. Yes. And also with us tonight is Curtis, one of our McTeggart adult dancers, and we're going to do a bit of hard shoe up here on the carpet, so you won't hear it as much, but we'll give you an idea of some of the hard shoe that's done in Irish dancing as well, and then the kids will come back out. They're cuter. right, and now the kids are going to come do what's called a light jig for you. So in Irish dance, we're always asked, like, do a jig, do a jig. There's actually a bunch of different kinds of jigs, and I know I have a lot of musicians in the audience, so many different jigs. This is called a light jig, and it's one of the basic Irish dances. I'm out of breath. All right. Dancers, go back to your spots, please. Find your spot. Yeah, where you were. September 4th in Berea. Information can be found on our website. It's kyirishdancers.org. Thank you all.
So we got them in Berea, and that's because Amelia moved to Berea 2 or 3 years ago from Kansas and got a job at Berea College, and here she was, like a present to all of us. So she's very... I would just wanted to know, Amelia, if I wanted to take one of your classes, could I do that?
Our adult classes are in Lexington.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it won't be me then. Okay, good to know. And where is it in Berea?
In Berea, we're at First Christian Church.
In the basement?
In the basement.
All right, they have a gymnasium there.
Yes.
All right, so now we know that. Thank you, Amelia. Appreciate you. So now we are, So now we are going to listen to some wonderful music. Randy Clepper that you just saw with Skip and Rebecca, he will be back with his partner up in Columbus, Ohio, John Sherman, and Bella Issakova from Atlanta. Bella came from Sofia, Bulgaria 35 years ago or something like that, and she just loves Celtic music. And then we have a newcomer. Her name is Hannah Harris, and she's from Michigan. And she landed in Atlanta a couple of days ago from Ireland because she really wanted to participate in this festival. So she shortened her trip 3 days in Ireland. No, I'm kidding. It's just a coincidence. But I thought it was a good story. But she actually was in Ireland, and for a week or two and learned a lot of stuff. And she's just a wonderful musician, and she's getting ready to release a new album. So, where are you, Bella? You. And Bella will do the first song solo. No, there they are. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna do a song for you. John and I normally are probably known for doing mostly instrumental stuff, but every now and then we find a song or two that we like to throw into the mix. So this one, I might have performed it here before, but we'll do it again anyway, and hope you like it. It's a song about a party. It was written by Harry O'Donovan, who wrote songs for the Irish theatre in Dublin in the earlier part of the last century. And he tended to write often comical songs about a character. There was a recurring character in his songs named Biddy Mulligan. She would show up a lot. So this is a song about a costume ball. Okay. It's a song about a costume ball. It's called the Char Lady's Ball. And a Char Lady is a maid or a paid housekeeper. Apparently, Char Ladies had quite the soirees and parties and what all in the after hours. So this song goes on to talk about, since it's a costume ball, the people who came and what costumes they were wearing and what they were drinking, and then what happened after they were drinking a bit, and it gets a bit colorful, let's just say. The Char Lady's Ball. You may talk of your outings, your picnics and parties, your dinners, dances and hurries and all. Wait till you hear of the gas that we had when we went to the Char Lady's fancy dress ball. I was there as Queen Anne and I went with me man. He was dressed as a monkey locked up in a cage. There were pirates and pirates, hockey pucks and whatnots and stars you might see on the music hall stage. At the Char Lady's Ball, people said one and all, "You're the belle of the ball, Mrs. Mulligan." We had 1 steps and 2 steps, and the devil knows what new steps. We swore they would never be done again, be dead. There was wine, porter, and Jameson. We had cocktails and cocoa and all. We had champagne that night, but a real pain next morning and night. We danced at the Char Lady's Ball. There were natives and cowboys that come from Drumcondra, Sweet Francis Street ferries, all diamonds and stars. And there was one of the Roonies, like a clock over Moonies, and a telegram boy with a message from Mars. Mary Moore of the lots was the queen of all Scots. With a crown out of Woolworth's, she perched on her dome. There was young Jimmy Whitehouse, came dressed as a lighthouse in a Camden Street garbo that should have stayed home. At the Char Lady's Ball, people said one and all, "You're the belle of the ball, Mrs. Mulligan." We had 1 steps and 2 steps, and the devil knows what new steps. We swore they would never be done again, be dead. There was wine, porter, and Jameson. We had cocktails and cocoa and all. We had rambos and tangos, half sets of bandangos, and night we danced at the Char Ladies' Ball. Mary Ellen O'Rourke was the queen of the dawn. By 1:30 she looked like a real dirty knight. McFarrow the bester came dressed as a jester, but he burst his balloon and dropped dead at the fright. Jim Barr came as Bovril stops that sinking feeling, astride of a bottle, pajamas and all. But he bumped into Faust, who's gloriously soused, and the two of them sank at the end of the hall. At the Char Ladies' Ball, people said one and all, "You're the belle of the ball, Mrs. Mulligan." We had 1 steps and 2 steps, and the devil knows what new steps. We swore they would never be done again, be dead. There was wine, porter, and Jameson. We had cocktails and cocoa and all. We had champagne at night, but a real pain next morning. And rambos and tangos, half sets of bandangos, and a nice sit-down tea. But we fell down to supper the night we danced at the Char Ladies' Ball. Thank you. So we'll bring up the rest of the tribe here.
Or at least part of the rest of the tribe.
Part of the rest of the tribe.
Hello, everybody. Nice to be here and nice to see all of you here. I think Skip and Rebecca said that they blame having a child on Berea, and Randy and I blame having a band. So Berea is culpable for so many things, and we would love to keep it that way. We are going to do a set of tunes in F major, because there's no flutes around, so nobody can scorn at us. So, just a couple. It's nice to hear the room. didn't know each other until we both found out that we work with Randy, and then 2 weeks ago we met at a session and immediately formed the band and informed Randy that we're his angels. And I would love to have Hannah sing a song from her upcoming album, right? No,
Previous album.
from her already existing album.
My
or-
4 years old baby. This will do. All right, this is a song called Passage West, written by the great singer-songwriter John Spillane from County Cork. I met my love in Passage West. The sun was sinking down to rest. River to the stars confessed, 'twas a dark-haired woman I loved best. We wandered down by the chapel square, and there was magic in the air, and Mother Nature gently pressed the burning river to her breast. I offered her a golden ring, my hand, my heart, and everything. Offered her a sweet love nest by the flowing banks of Passage West. Oh, love, where you go, where you go, where you go? Oh, love, where you stay, where you stay, where you stay? Oh, love, where you go, where you go, where you go? Oh, love, where you stay, where you stay, where you stay? We watch the ferry come and go. We watch the river ebb and flow. The tide breathe in and the tide breathe out. We watch the passage flowers grow. The ghostly forms of the hungry years in sad procession did appear, with hope and sorrow made their way from Passage West to America. Oh, love, where you go, where you go, where you go? Oh, love, where you stay, where you stay, where you stay? Oh, love, where you go, where you go, where you go? Oh, love, where you stay, where you stay, where you stay? The famine queen stood tall and proud. On either bank the people bowed. From Passage West came a Fenian yell. Rule, Britannia, rule it now. The crest grows green on the other side, and mighty ships sail out the tide to far-flung harbors across the sea, far away from Passage, my love and me. Oh, love, where you go, where you go, where you go? Oh, love, where you stay, where you stay, where you stay? Oh, love, where you go, where you go, where you go? Oh, love, where you stay, where you stay, where you stay?
we'll finish our set with sort of tunes. Hannah and I are discovering what we know in common and what we don't know in common. And so this is a little amalgamation of things we sort of know in common and really know in common. What are we doing? We'll start with a hornpipe, and then we'll go into a slip jig, and then a couple reels.
So that was wonderful, wasn't it? Absolute talent. The next one we would like to introduce is Mr. John Skelton from London, England, but he lives in Kentucky now and has been here for more than 30 years, mainly playing music and taking care of his wife's horses. And he likes crawling on roofs too. So you're in for a treat here. John Skelton is really unique, and he has given us a lot over the years. And meanwhile, I would like to thank Union Church for allowing us to use the facility over and over and over again. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Mr. John Skelton.
One, thank you. A quick lesson to any of you that ever work with sound engineers, how to really annoy a sound engineer. This is what you do. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, wrong, right, cut out. Is something cut out? I think it's okay. It's out again. Do you really know what you? Anyway, enough of that. We don't give these guys enough applause, because when a sound engineer does a really good job, nobody notices because they do a great job, and it's only when they do a bad job that people know they're there. So maybe they've been here since this afternoon setting this sound up. So give them a big round of applause Thank you. I never know what to expect. Years ago, I played at a festival, and the sound engineer sitting there wearing a Lynyrd Skynyrd T-shirt, and I knew we were in for a rough night. First words were, "Where's the drums?" So there you are. And after the intermission, I said, "So what did it sound like?" He said, "The flute was too loud." Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Thank you very much for coming here tonight. It's been a great weekend so far. This is a Celtic festival, so mostly the music you've heard so far has been Irish or Scottish, but I'm here to maybe play something slightly different, some music from one or two of the other Celtic corners of Europe. So here's a little set of tunes from Brittany, from the Celtic corner of France. So a march, followed by 2 dance tunes for a dance called Andro. So here we go, some music from Brittany. Thank you very much. Here's a slow tune for you, an air. An air is, what it means, a slow air means it's the melody of a song without the words to it. So that's what it usually means anyway. So this is an air I learned many years ago, and I don't know much about it, except it's a very pretty tune. It's followed by a jig from the playing of Paddy Carty, the flute player, with the unlikely name of Cornelius Curtin's Big Balloon. And Cornelius Curtin, otherwise known as Con Curtin, was a fiddle player from Limerick, and he ran a pub in London called the Big Balloon. And Con Curtin kind of reinvented the kind of character of curmudgeon. If you've ever seen Fawlty Towers, yeah, well, he made Basil Fawlty look like the Dalai Lama. Say no more. So anyway, so here's a lovely slow air followed by Con Curtin's Big Balloon. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to finish off my little set now, and some of these tunes were not available on any CD I ever made. So, if you want to hear some of the tunes I haven't played tonight, buy the CD. Merchandising. I don't actually have any CDs. They're in the back room, but I will bring them out, and they're available over there. And that's all I'm going to say. So I'm a great believer. There's only one thing better than one flute. It's two flutes. Says my good friend, we've known each other for years and years, all the way from the County Derry, Turlock Boylan, who's going to join me with we're going to play three tunes. Yes, we are. So, first tune is called Sean Reed's, the second one's called The Galtee Rangers, and the third one's called We'll See What Happens. Anyway, so
apparently the first rule of Flute Club is you have to say yes.
Anyway, these are. I love playing with Turlock. He's got a great rhythm, so I enjoy this. So this is, if you don't mind, just we're going to do this for our own amusement. If you like it, that's great. If you don't, so what? Thank you so much. All right, so here we go. 3 reels on 2 flutes. Thank you. It's a minimal version. much. See you again.
Thanks, Philip.
I think it was very kind of you to invite Turlak to come and play with you. I never seen that happen before. So, yeah. But John Skelton, he was here when we first started 15 years ago, together with some other wonderful people, and he has been here many times over the years. Sometimes he has had to go to California, or Brittany, or wherever you do workshops, Nicholasville, Mount Sterling, yeah, right. So he has had an enormous influence on this little gathering, and nobody can take that away from him. It's out there, we know it. He's a fantastic human being. He's funny. He knows his professional traits as a musician, and we really appreciate that he chose to come to Berea. That is a little gathering, not like the big festivals in Milwaukee or Dublin, where you go to, of course, but that you choose to come here and inspire people, but also allow yourself to be inspired by people. And I like that a lot. So I would like to give you an award for this. Okay? So it says, do you need to comb your hair? Do you want some more? This is the Folk Circle Association would like to present the Celtic Music Award to John Skelton for his valuable and remarkable support of and contributions to Berea Celtic Fest and Gathering through many years, August 15 to 18, 2024. And this is for you, and you really deserve it, John. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm not usually a loss for words, and I'm not. This will go with my many other awards. And I have one particular award this will go great next to. The oldest award I have dates back to when I was very young. When I grew up in London. It's from the London County Council, LCC, before the Greater London Council, so it was a long time ago, and it's the Daffodil Award, and I was given an award for growing a daffodil. In fact, so were 365,000 other children, but my mother kept it, so this is going to go right next to my Daffodil Award. And thank you, Suna, thank you very much.
And we have a Macallan, 12 years old, for you too. It's a very fun.
That's very nice, because the Daffodil Award, I didn't get any drink at all, just a certificate, or as my grandmother said, a certificate. So thank you very much, everybody. Much appreciated. And just fortuitously, normally when I play here, I usually go home because I live about an hour away across through the back roads. It's quite hairy to get home. But tonight I decided in advance I might stay the night just for the first time in 15 years. And isn't that funny? So the party's in room 323. See you later.
I had hoped that John Skelton's wife would have been here tonight to see this and compare the Daffodil Award with the Berea Celtic Festival and Gathering Award, but she promised me she will come one time. And maybe you know and notice that we have different accents from people living in Kentucky and grew up in Kentucky. But I can tell you, John has been here for 32 years and I've been here for 27. And if you have been here just as long as we have, you might start talking like us.
And if you look very closely, Sune is wearing his Danish socks. And I'll leave one thought with you before I disappear and enjoy the next part of the music. But after all these years of living here, 32 years, I've always lived in Kentucky, 32 years, I am still asked which part of Australia I come from. All the bloody time. So the last experience was several years ago at Kroger's in Harrodsburg, where the girl at the checkout said, "Can I ask you a personal question?" I said, "Of course." She said, "Do you miss the kangaroos?" So thank you again, and I'll see you again. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
We have so many wonderful musicians here, and over the years they have become good friends too, and that is just a fantastic plus in my life, and for Berea for that matter. We have decided not to have any intermission tonight because we just want to get rolling, but you can still go and buy a drink, like a bottled water. That's what we have. We have a little bit stronger too, like a Coke, Coca-Cola. We have some leftover posters that we will sell for $2. And if you don't have any money with you, we'll give it to you. But you have to promise me that you will put it up in your master bedroom. And so you are being reminded where you had a glorious experience in August 2024. All right? Then it's free. And you can come back next year and have another one and just replace it. This is Mrs. Doyle, and they would like to play for you right now.
One more. Sorry. Okay, let's go while they're in tune.
All right. We're going to start with a song. This is called The Bonnie Light Horseman. Very quickly, it's a lament of a Scottish soldier, fallen Scottish soldier, during the Napoleon conquest, if you will, all for nothing. The Bonnie Light Horseman.
Bonnie commanded his army for to stand, and he leveled his cannons right over the land. He leveled his cannons, his victory to gain, and he slew my light horseman on the way coming home. Broken-hearted I'll wander, broken-hearted I'll remain, since my bonny light horseman on the road he was slain. I was a small bird and had wings to fly, I would fly across the salt sea where my love does lie. I'd beat over his grave, and I'd meet the mighty horseman that go over the clay. Broken-hearted I'll wander, broken-hearted I'll remain, with my bonny light horseman in the wars he was slain. Now the dove she laments for her mate as she flies. Oh, where, tell me where is my darling, she cries. And where in this wide world is there one to compare with my bonny light horseman who was slain in the war? Broken-hearted I'll wander, broken-hearted I'll remain, with my bonny light horseman in the wars he was slain. Broken-hearted I'll wander, broken-hearted I'll remain, with my bonny light horseman in the wars he was slain. Broken-hearted
much. The Concavers.
Okay. All right. Some reels. Yes. What? 3-2. 3-2? Okay. 3-2. That was the kind of beer they had when I was in college.
I think it will be good to introduce the bands. We have Mark and Janelle and Kathy Weil over here. And Kathy was here the first year too. So she has been very, very strong in her belief system. Janelle, she plays in another trio with Kathy. And that band is called Na Skylark. And Mark has been here for many, many years. I don't think you were here the first year. Yeah, so that is just wonderful. Thank you so much. Let's give them a big hand. The next one we have on the program is our wonderful people from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Dan Vogt and Jill Chambless, and they'll play a couple of songs for us. I know it's going to be late, but I hope you'll stay for the grand finale. It's going to be a blast, I tell you.
Microphone in here. That's right. These guys are working hard back there. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. We're delighted to be back here at Berea. This is such a delightful gathering, and there's so many good folks that we've met here, and are lucky to get to see some of them, many of them, at other places throughout the year. And that's one of the beautiful things about this whole music community, is that we just get together. We just met, in fact, last month. We were on a music excursion and met somebody from Idaho for the first time, and found out that she had been taking dulcimer lessons online from Lorinda Jones. It's like, she's got a dulcimer, she's been taking dulcimer from a woman in Kentucky. I said, "You mean Lorinda?" What? So anyway, that's funny. It's a beautiful community, and we're delighted to be a part of it. Thank you, Suna, for having us back. All right, shut up now and let's get talking. I mean, let's stop talking and get playing, whatever it is. What's it going to be? What's first?
Mill worker. Huh?
Okay, well, since this is a Celtic festival, we're going to play a James Taylor song.
We know how to pick them.
But we'll put a nice little Irish tune with it. So that'll Celtify it.
Okay.
It's a song about a woman who finds herself widowed at a young age, and she's left with 3 young kids to raise. And rather than just lamenting her lot in life and being sad all the time about it, she just gets up and goes to work and does what she has to do to bring home the bacon and raise those kids. So go girl, right? Anyway, it's called Mill Worker. Yes, I think so too. I used to think it was a sad song, but I don't think that anymore. So we put a happy little Irish reel with it. I think it's called The Ladies of Leinster. 1, 2, 3. My grandfather was a sailor, he blew in off the water. And my father was a farmer, and I, his only daughter. I took up with a no-good mill-working man from Massachusetts who died from too much whiskey and left me these 3 faces to feed. Mill work ain't easy, mill work ain't hard. Mill work, it ain't nothing but an awful boring job. Waiting for a daydream to take me through the morning and put me in my coffee break where I can have a sandwich and remember. And then it's me and my machine for the rest of the morning, for the rest of the afternoon gone, for the rest of my life. My mind begins to wander to the days back on the farm. I can see my father smiling at me, swinging on his arm. I can hear my granddad's stories of the storms out on Lake Erie, where vessels and cargoes and fortunes and sailors' lives were lost. Yes, but it's my life has been wasted, and I've been a fool to let this manufacturer use my body for a tool. I can ride home in the evenings, staring at my hands, and swearing by my sorrow that a young girl ought to stand a better chance. Well, may I work the mills just as long as I am able, and never meet the man whose name is on the label. And it's me and my machine for the rest of the morning, for the rest of the afternoon gone, for the rest of my life. 55.
Huh?
You gonna do it? Yep.
Cool, I guess so.
Thank you very much. All right, it's Dan's turn. Dan's turn to sing one.
My turn to sing one. Here we go.
This is an Ed Pickford song.
Ready?
Come on, you miners who work down the mines, from Scotland to South Wales, from Teesdale to Tyne. I'll sing you a song about a pound a week rise, and the men who were fooled by the government's rise.
It was 1960, just a few years ago, when the mine workers' leaders to Lord Rovins did go. We worked very hard. Every day we risk our lives, and we ask you here and now for a pound a week rise. And
down we go, down below, Jack, where you never see the sky, and you're working in a dungeon for a pound a week rise.
Well, up spoke Lord Rovins, and he gave his decree that when the output rises, that he would agree to raise up all your wages and give you fair pay. I was once a miner, and I worked hard in my day. And
down you go, down below, Jack, where you never see the sky, and you're working in a dungeon for a pound a week rise.
So the miners, they went forth, and they worked hard and well, and the coal dust filled their lungs in the bosoms of hell. Their output rose by 18% and more, and when 2 years had come and gone, rose another score. And
down you go, down below, Jack, where you never see the sky, and you're working in a dungeon for a pound a week rise.
hard-earned prize to meet with Lord Rovins about their pound a week rise. Lord Rovins wouldn't give a pound, wouldn't give 10 bob. He gave them 7 and 6. Said,
Get back to your job. And it's down you go, down below, Jack, where you never see the sky, and you're working in a dungeon for a pound a week rise.
From all you miners, take heed what I say. Don't believe the kobold when they say they'll give fair pay. They'll tell you to work hard, make the output rise, but you'll get pie in the sky instead of a 1 pound rise. And
down you go, down below, Jack, where you never see the sky, and you're working in a dungeon for a pound a week rise. And it's down you go, down below, Jack, where you never see the sky, and you're working in a dungeon for a pound a week rise.
I think we have time for one more, right? Sooner?
Okay. We're on the fence.
Yeah.
We're having a little marital spat. What this next one is. All right, we'll do a song that actually Mrs. Doyle did this afternoon in the church. Were you guys there? Mark sang this song in the church, and we're going to do it anyway. We do it a little bit different.
It's a great song.
It's a great song. Dirk Powell song, Kentucky guy living in Louisiana. Or I don't know, maybe he was from across the river.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cincinnati. Anyway, it's a song called Waterbound, and we just like it. And the reason we learned this song is because we were at another one of these gatherings that happens in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, the first weekend of February every year. It's called Tune Junkie Weekend, and it's another fabulous gathering. And we were there one year, and Keith Carr, who happens to be here this year for the Berea Festival, he's been playing in all the sessions and stuff. Keith sang this song one time. We were just sitting around doing, sessions. Every now and then somebody would sing a song, and Keith sang this song, and we liked it so much we went home and learned it.
Stole it.
Stole it. That's what folk music is to us. You hear a song you like, and you learn it. And so this is one. It's called Waterbound. Thanks very much for listening. No, one more time. Come on. Okay. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. One night, moon and stars, they were shining bright. The storm came up and the trees came down. I tell you boys, I was waterbound. Waterbound on a stranger's shore, rivers rising to my door. Carried my home to the field below. I'm waterbound, nowhere to go. No one would know I was there at all. The stable's dry on a winter's night. You turn your head and you can see the light. A black cat crawling on an old boxcar, a rusty door and a fallen star. I ain't got a dime in my nation's sack. I'm waterbound and I can't get back. I'm going and I won't be back. You don't believe me, you can count my tracks. The river's long and the river's wide. I'll meet you boys on the other side. So say my name and don't forget, the water still ain't got me yet. Ain't nothing but I'm bound to roam. I'm waterbound and I can't get home. so much. Thank you, Suna.
Thanks, Suna.
Yeah, and I appreciate that I found you very much. And I made a trip down to Tuscaloosa just to pay respect for their talent and everything, and their hospitality is just fantastic. Thank you for your friendship. Yeah. So the next trio we have used to be a duo. And it's Dogwood Road from Columbus, Ohio. And Carl, on the left side, he left for me. He asked me this afternoon, what do you think about that we got Tim with us on the Boran? And I said, that's a big improvement. So we appreciate that Tim decided to join the trio. And Tyler, too. So we are looking forward to some great music here in a moment. So while Jason is up here on stage, Jason is from Oak Ridge. He's our stage manager. Let's give him a big hand. And also again to Rini Tanaka, and assistant up there for streaming the whole event here and taking care of business. The sound is absolutely fantastic, at least from where I sit. So Dogwood Road.
Very much. So yeah, we're Dogwood Road. We're going to start off with a song for you. This one, pretty new to us. It's not a new song. It's in Irish, I believe it's called Príomh Sonol. In English, it just means another round. If you speak Irish, I'm sorry. If you don't, I just said that perfectly. Spend your leisure, bereft of pleasure, amassing treasure, scrape and save. I look so canny, got every penny, you'll take no money, all within the grave. Landlord and gentry, though they're plenty, but still go empty wherever they're bound. So to be thinking, we best be drinking, our glass is clinking, oh, round and round. Straight from feeding, cries money down. The special prices, the fancy vices, for foreign value, all in charge of crown. They come for travel, the tricksters come, is the needle's eye, and it's the game to ground. Why pine for riches, when you still got stitches, to hold your britches up another round. Because all that glitters is not gold, not all will wonder are lost. And if more of us favored food and cheer and song above board it goes, and the world would be a far, far, far better place. Solomon's glory is a favorite story. It's far outshone by the lilies' guise. The pardon's heart, both field and garden, bleeding for pardon, all the lily dies. Life's but a bauble of toil and trouble, a feathered arrow, one shot and they're found. So lads and lasses, because life passes, come raise your glasses up another round. Because all that glitters is not gold, and not all who wander are lost. And if more of us favored food and cheer and song above hoarded gold, and the world would be a far, oh, far, far better place. So this is a rare opportunity because these guys don't have mics. Oh, the power of the microphone. So this is our third year playing Berea Celtic Festival. Thank you very much. We probably reach out to Suna way before he's thinking about us. At this point, it's like, we keep bugging Carl, like, hey, have you emailed him yet? Are we going? Yeah. So this is a treat for us. It's a real pleasure. Although it's intimidating because there's a lot of fiddle players. And they're good. So the only way I can feel confident on stage is if we're playing tunes that they don't know. So we're going to do a set of tunes that we wrote. And that way we can say we did them perfectly, which we will do, no questions. So this is a set of tunes that Carl wrote. We call it Toonses. One, two, one.
Tyler ate his Wheaties this morning. All right. So, again, if you speak Irish, I apologize. And if you don't, I'm about to sing this next song perfectly. We really only have like 2 jokes, we just recycle them. That's really it. And being the only person with a microphone, I only do one of the jokes, so you're stuck with that one. So this is a song called Cruishin' Lan, and it's a story about a person who is either trying to become immortal or wants to drink forever, or really both, right? I mean, why do one and not the other? Yeah, we're gonna go with this. Farmer praises grounds, huntsman praises hounds, shepherd praises dewy scented lawn. Ah, but time or blessed nay, spend each happy night and day. Me darling little Cruishin' Lan, 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 me darling little Cruishin' Lan. Oh, Grandma Queen of Cruishin' lunch down the morning, Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan, lan, lan. Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan. Immortal and divine, great fog has got a wine. Create me by adoption, your own son. And I hope that you'll comply. Let me glass shall never run dry. I'm a darling little Cruishin' Lan, lan, lan. My darling little Cruishin' Lan. Oh, Grandma Queen of Cruishin' lunch down the morning. Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan, lan, lan. Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan. So when cruel death appears in a few but happy years, tell me that my glass is run. I'll say begone your knave, for great Bacchus gave me leave to fill another Cruishin' Lan, lan, lan. To fill another Cruishin' Lan. Oh, Grandma Queen of Cruishin' lunch at Gamma morning. Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan, lan, lan. Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan. Now lift your glasses high, let's not part with lips dry, for the lark hath proclaimed it is the dawn. And since we can't remain, may we shortly meet again, to fill another Cruishin' Lan, lan, lan. To fill another Cruishin' Lan. Oh, Grandma Queen of Cruishin' lunch down the morning. Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan, lan, lan. Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan. Oh, Grandma Queen of Cruishin' lunch down the morning. Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan. Oh, Grandma Queen of Cruishin' lunch down the morning. Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan. Ah, Grandma Queen of Cruishin' lunch down the morning. Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan, lan, lan. Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan. Oh, Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan. Oh, Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan. Oh, Grandma Queen of Cruishin' Lan. Thank you very much.
Thanks to Dogwood Road, very energetic, and I really think Tim made a difference. He makes us prettier. That's right. Thank you, guys. Now to the next and last band. It's a long time ago since they have been on stage here, and They come from Knoxville, Oak Ridge area in Tennessee, and it's four-leaf peat. And we have Chad behind me. He's always behind me. And we have Gil, and we have Rick, and we have Jason over here. And you're in for a treat. And when they're done with their time slot, then they will lead the grand finale, and we will have as many musicians up as possible. If you have a fiddle or a guitar or whatever, bring it up to the stage, and it will be a blast. So please welcome these wonderful young people.
Suna, did you mean us?
So do Helvick Head into All in the Heads there, just one
I think
time.
Suna was talking about us.
All right, one time. Ready, boys?
No? Hold on.
think we exceeded the speed limit there. Just
Yeah, that was a little fast. It might have been that bluegrass burger I ate earlier. Anyway, those were a couple jigs. We did Helvick Head into the Hole in the Hedge, and then we did Stinson's as both a jig into a reel. So we're gonna slow it down, hopefully, and do a song. I want to take just a second and thank Suna and all the sponsors and everyone for putting this great weekend together. 15 years strong, and it's always a pleasure to come here and just hang out. The music's great, but so is the hang with all the wonderful people that show up, so this has been great. And this is a classic song called Marrying the Soldier. So I'm sure we have some ringers out here, folks that know who Planks Diaz, and so this is a classic song that they did. Here's our version of it, I suppose. So, off you go.
Come all ye lads of high renown, that will hear of a fair young maiden, as she rode out on a summer's day, for to view the soldiers parading. They marched so bold and they looked so gay, the banners flying and the bands did play, and it caused young Mary for to say, "Oh, wed you me gallant soldier." And as she viewed the soldiers on parade, and as they stood at their leisure, young Mary to herself did say, "At last I find my treasure. But oh, how cruel my parents must be, to banish me true love far away from me. But I'll leave them all and I'll go with thee, me brave undaunted soldier." Oh, Mary, dear, your parents love, so please don't be unruly, for when you're in a foreign land, one day you'll rue it surely. Perhaps in battle I might fall, shot by an angry cannonball, and you so far from your daddy's hall, take heed of a brave young soldier. I've 50 guineas in my coat, and a hearth at home that's burning. I'll leave them all and I'll go with you, and bear no thought of returning. So don't say no, but let me go, and I will face the daring foe, and we'll march together to and fro, merry and her brave young soldier. And hearing of her loyalty, and Mary so true-hearted, he said, "Come, let's go, and married we'll be, and none but death shall part us. And when we're in a foreign land, I'll guard you, darling, with my right hand, and perhaps the Lord will stand a friend for Mary and her brave young soldier." Thank you.
We're going to finish off this portion of the night, and then I think we're going to have a big old ballyhoo of tunes here with everybody that's performed. So the last song we're going to do is called St. Brendan's Fair Isle. Again, we're Four-Leaf Peat. We're from Knoxville, Tennessee. I'll just do a quick intro of the guys. On the end is Jason Breyer, has been running sound and herding all the cats tonight.
Setting sound. They're running
We got Dr. Rick Hall playing the flying trapezoid, also known as the hammer dulcimer. And this is a beautiful bride and our little band mascot, Peat, over here at the merch table. Playing the guitar that he made is, Mr. Gil Draper of Draper Strings.
And our magnanimous stick leader over here with the very tall fiddle thing, and all the way from Knoxville, Mr. Chad Beauchesne.
So before we play, this is the 15th year of the Berea Celtic Fest, and this is our 20th year as a band. So next year we can drink as a band. So that should be good.
It's the same year we start getting ads for AARP.
Beyond that already.
Sorry, Chad and I.
So this is a lovely song called St. Brendan's Fair Isle. There is a chorus, and you're more than welcome to hop up in on that.
This is a great song that I got off Mick Maloney, and I had the same experience that a lot of us have had, where you find this great song and you're like, man, what a great trad. I got to find out more about this. And then I find out that it's by a guy named Jimmy Driftwood from Arkansas, that he wrote it in like 1958 or 1959. And to hear him sing it, it's more like the Battle of New Orleans. I think Mick did a great job, which he also wrote, that's right.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, St. Brendan, the first Irishman to sail across the sea in a leather boat, come back to tell the tale. We sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle, we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. When I was a lad on the Emerald Isle, I heard many stories, both lovely and wild, about the great dragons and monsters that be, that swallowed the ships as they sail on the sea. Though I was an artist with canvas and paint, I sailed with St. Brendan and his jolly saints. We told the good people goodbye for a while. We sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle, we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. We'd sailed on the ocean for 94 days when we came to a spot where the sea was ablaze. Those demons from Hades were dancing with glee and burning the sailors alive on the sea. Then Brendan stepped out on the blistering waves, and he threw all the demons right back to their caves. And all of the saints wore a heavenly smile. We sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle, we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. One night when the brethren were lying asleep, a great dragon came up from under the deep. He thundered and lightened and made a great din. He awakened St. Brendan and all of his men. The dragon came on with his mouth open wide. We threw in a cross and the great dragon died. We skinned him and cooked him and feasted a while. We sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle, we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. Take it away, boys. Finally we reached that beautiful land. We all went ashore and we walked on the sand. We took our long bows and we killed us a boo. We roasted it up and had hot barbecue. And after a while we were singing a song. We noticed the island was moving along. We ate and we drank and we rode in high style. We sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle, we sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle. Well, Brendan said, boys, this is much to my wish. We ride on the back of the world's biggest fish. Hold fast to the rope now that's pulling the ship. We'll need it someday if this fish takes a dip. We sailed every ocean, we sailed every sea. We sailed every spot that a sailor could be. In 44 days we sailed 10 million miles. We sailed for St. Brendan's fair isle, we sailed sailed for St. Brendan's Fair Isle, Fair Isle. We sailed for St. Brendan's Fair Isle. Thank you. So we're going to bring some people up on stage because this is a communal event, and this is how we get together and commune. So we're going to make a bunch of noise, and then we're going to make music.
Getting their acts together, I just want, if you know how to get home, because it has been raining and a storm is cooking, so be careful when you go home tonight, because it might be dangerous out there, slick and a lot of water. Okay? So just, otherwise, thank you so much for coming. It was a pleasure to have you in the audience. And of course, we will still have a little bit of CD sale over here when this is over. Otherwise, be careful, and I hope to see you again somewhere. And if you know somebody who would like to be a partner with Berea Celtic Fest next year, please let me know. It's not easy, but we are getting there. All right? Good night.
What's the key? D and
D. Are you sure they know it? I don't know if they know it.
D for all the rhythm players. And we're ending with Bucks. What's the first?
I didn't bring my dice.
Ballyconnell.
Ballyconnell.
I'm glad someone got that.
And how humor's the Ballyconnell and the Bucks?
I'm front here.
Is that cool?
All right, count it in.
You go. Yeah.
Thanks.